Good day all, welcome back to South Africa, and this is South African Prepper. So for this video, three reasons or main reasons why South Africa is busy failing. So I've dumbed it down. I've tried to keep it as simple as possible. This is my own opinion, this is my own experience. One can delve into this much deeper, but I think for this video, we'll keep it simple and we will keep it easy. So I've compiled three reasons why South Africa is busy failing, and let's get into it. So the first reason is purely because of the design and the end goal for the ANC. So if you go have a look at the ANC's history, if you go have a look at what they call the struggle against apartheid, if you go on to the ANC's website, you will realize and that you will see that their end goal is very simple. Now, to get to the end goal is not that simple, but they've got a picture in their mind of a communist country that is managed by a centralized system, and then the South African people are their subjects, and they must then now look after the people of South Africa, almost like a type of a Zimbabwe Mugabe situation where Mugabe basically managed everything from the banks to the mines to the agricultural sector. So their dream and ideal for the ANC for the last 30 years plus has been to be a country that is a communist country, and a country that the government has all the powers to decide what needs to happen and who actually owns what. So that is the goal that they've got as the ANC. So number two is purely based on their personal agendas and their personal goals. I'm getting the idea that the ANC and, well, even parliament members, I would say a big part of parliament, maybe there's exemptions or exceptions inside parliament, but it feels like that they are in for this only for, number one, for the power. They want complete control, and number two is that they are just there for the money, for themselves. You can have a look at these politicians, the type of corruption that they are involved in, and the type of lifestyles that they have. A lot of our politicians the last 50 years have no idea what is actually happening in South Africa. It's like when Cyril Ramaphosa, the president of South Africa, recently went to Johannesburg and suddenly was shocked because Joburg looks so bad. It's like they are totally detached from reality. Remember, these people earn mega salaries. They live in government-owned mansions with VIP protection. And then on the side, they are busy with corrupt deals to make extra money. So these people really, really do not care about even the poorest child, black child, in the middle of Soweto or Khayelitsha, or Atteridgeville for that matter. They really, really only care about themselves. So that's the second reason. And then the third reason is a bit to do with outside factors. You see, there are always people in the world that will benefit from a country that is not doing well. Now, across the world, and especially in South Africa, we have seen that, and I'll use one example. I think the mining sector is a good example. We have so much resources in South Africa that actually gets exported, raw materials, and a lot of these companies are based abroad, and a lot of our parliament members sit on the boards of these mining companies that headquarters are overseas, and they benefit from this quite well. And I'm getting the idea that as long as South Africa is just doing okay, because South Africa is not doing well. Okay, it could be worse, but South Africa is not doing well. I mean, we've got an unemployment rate of over 40% and a crime rate and bloody, you know the story. As long as they keep a country from not growing, okay, because our expected growth for the next financial year is 0.8%. That's nothing. That's nothing. So as long as you keep the economy from not growing, as long as you keep the people poor, you can have, in the example of the mining company, lower wages for the mine workers. And you all remember the Marikana massacre when 57 people were gunned down by the police. That was an instruction by our current president to gun these people down because they were wanting better salaries. And funnily enough is that President Ramaphosa also sat on that specific mining company's board, Lonmin Mining. So it just shows you that how big business and government in South Africa are colluding and benefiting from South Africa not doing well, South Africa not growing, especially the mining sector, where people benefit abroad from very cheap labor and very cheap product, because who else is going to buy it from a country that's battling? So 3 reasons why South Africa is failing. Please leave your comments, leave your ideas, and please like and share and subscribe, and God bless.